I welcome you guys back into my next video. I understand every single day that if you're going and focusing on something daily and you're focusing on a better life, then what you have to do is make sure every single day that you're focusing on growing yourself. So when you're growing yourself and you're doing something around the world and you're making sure that no matter what that you're going to be heard in your life, you're going to make sure that you're going to travel the world. You're going to make sure that you're going to deliver a better content in the world where you're delivering quality. Making sure every single day you're focusing on yourself and making sure every single day you're going to grow people. I promise you that's the whole point of living life. I understand every single day when I go and really dwell upon, let's say, something that I love to do, I make sure I'm always making sure that everybody around me is getting that information process. But what's amazing is every single time that before you leave your accommodation parlor, make sure to do a video and do a life coaching video before you go to another area, or before you change accommodation, or before you go into the bus or public transport somewhere, and just be making sure that you're always delivering 1 hour of video content a day minimum. Because either way, make sure that you're exceeding that expectation and make sure you're doing 3, 4, and 5 and 6 hours of video a day, because we want to be making sure that our business is expanding and that we have to be expanding ourselves, that we're growing everybody all the time. Because understand every single time that we are going to understand every single time that no matter what we're doing, is we're going to make sure that we're growing as human beings. So making sure that you understand that when it's raining, make sure you never ever go outside when it's raining. It's so cold when it's raining. It's always cloudy and it's always raining when it's raining and cloudy. Although sometimes it's also sunny when it's raining, but why do you want to be in the rain for? So if you understand either way, for example, with my branding fashion photos, I do fashion photos. I never ever go on the floor when it's actually wet. So I make sure when it's dry and it's sunny, I go and do some branding photos somewhere. But I make sure I go around, let's say Coffs Harbour or Port Macquarie or somewhere in Australia, and I'll check out new sceneries, and I go around the city and I go purposefully to look for these nice beautiful shades in the background where I can go and sit and do my nice beautiful fashion photos like I do. I promise you, although every single day, you have to understand that it's much more about communicational skills than ever before. So when you're learning how to communicate, you have to understand the word I promise you now, every single day, focus on understanding that every single day, most people in the planet are doing random acts of kindness, and make sure you understand that the world is much more good than bad. I promise you now, if you understand how to grow yourself daily in daily life, right now every single day we're going to focus upon understanding how can we go and deliver greater quality. So every single day I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, that you just ignore people in the background if they're in your video, and also make sure that no matter what, that if somebody's speaking to you in a video while you're doing a video and they're asking you questions in the video, just understand that you can pause the video or you can continue the video if you want to. Every single day I focus on understanding that it's just the way it is. For sure, although I understand every single day I'm focusing on learning new tactics and new skills to be able to go and pronounce myself better. So if you're doing videos on the go, make sure you understand that you have to go and do some YouTubing, and you have to understand every single day you have to go and, let's say, charge your content or charge your videos while you're actually doing what you're doing. So if you focus upon understanding that your technology may be on 50%, but you're going somewhere else in terms of, let's say you're going to a new area and it's 4 hours away or something, be charging your technology along the way, and find a wall socket right now somewhere before you even go, so that your telephone or your nice beautiful electronics are going to be able to carry you through that nice beautiful travel experience. Because I understand that what's important is carry, let's say, portable chargers with you, where you can go and charge your laptop and you can charge your technology and phones. So it's very important to understand that if you want to have a laptop in life, make sure you're doing some music production with it or some graphic designs, or at least make sure that you're always something in terms of your writing, in terms of whatever you're doing in life. So making sure they understand that, for example, many people have hostels and real estate and all that, and I realize that is their business. But what is amazing and even better than that business is your business. Your business is much better than the real estate business. Your real estate, in terms of your country and what you have today, is everything about you. So focus on understanding that your brand, in terms of your face, is much better than all the real estate in the world. If you understand, for example, when you're doing your videos, try never to spit at other people while you're speaking and while you're doing your videos. Do you understand? Because there's a big difference between those people who want to lead and those people who want to go and do something much more. What is the difference? Just make sure you understand more is the difference over here, because I understand every single day, we have to focus on people who are doing more. We have to focus on people who have no limits. Understand that those people who do have limits are the ones who need more leadership skills. So how do you actually build these leadership skills that you need? Approach now, every single day, I'm focusing on the word I, I'm focusing on Jesus Christ, I'm focusing on resources around me, and I'm making sure to go and surround myself with people who have leadership skills to teach me. Approach now, every single day, I'm focusing on understanding to copy what they do. So if they're speaking a certain way, I want to speak exactly like them. In a sense, so right now, I understand that, for example, everybody around me and how they speak, I never speak like them anymore, but I'm making sure you understand that I want to go and do what they're doing in Jesus Christ's name. In a sense, so that's the whole point. So if you're going and learning really quickly communicational skills around the world, guess what? Sooner than later, you're going to be able to be an entrepreneur, and you're going to be able to go and public speak around the world and make money very easily, because that's how you make money. You make money doing public speaking around the world and also live events around the world. So if you're a singer, you can make Beyonce live concerts around the world, or Michael Jackson live concerts around the world. You can go around the world making these live concerts. In a sense, so either way, you have to go and do something with a group. Maybe sometimes, if you have a group in terms of a folkloric festival or something like that, sometimes you guys can make money like that if you're really good. In a sense, so no matter what, that if you have something, if you have some kind of talent that you want to explain, you have to understand every single day that is how you make money. You make money through talents. Everybody who's a singer, they must make live concerts. Anybody who's a public speaker or a seminar, in terms of a public speaker, of a life coach or health coach or nutritional coach, or maybe a relationship coach, or maybe some type of coach on a planet that you want to be. Eventually you have to build your public speaking skills. Eventually you have to go and teach what you love to do in front of people, and eventually you have to do it also in video and audio and writing materials, because you want to be somebody in that field before they give you money. In a sense, so before you guys even give me money today, I already have 700 hours of videos online explaining my source of income and what I do. In a sense, so every single day, you must understand that what I do every single day is free work online, but then eventually I get up in front of people and I say, hey, you guys can find 26,000 hours on videos, of videos on YouTube that I've done already about my subject. So if you understand that nobody else has done that much, so no matter what, I'm making sure every single day I'm doing more than that. I'm making sure every single day I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, I'm going to focus on the greater life, because a greater life is something that helps you only to really, really prosper. So when you're prospering, go and focus upon better words with yourself and other people. So we're focusing on understanding that we're going to talk it out with other people. We're going to make sure that we're doing whatever it takes to be able to go and do more video work in front of people, and to be making sure that we're doing more audio and writing materials around the world. But make sure you understand that it's much more important for you to do video work today than it is to do journaling in terms of writing physically, because this is me writing physically, but it's really, really, let's say, through talking. And now it's much better for me to talk it out in a video, because this way I get all my ideas into you really quickly, because that's how I grow. I grow through different areas, I grow through different scenarios, and making sure every single day I learn from the situation, but I'm doing more information. Because when I do more information, I'm always staying consistent about what I'm doing online, and then I'm making sure I'm growing along the way to make sure that everybody around me has more leadership skills and more information and more of what they want to do. But no war around me in terms of my I approach every single day. I'm understanding that it's never about a war. It's more about resolving the war. It's more about making sure that people have solutions. When I give you solutions, I'm making sure every single day that I'm solving my own problems, but I have no problems because I have solutions only. That's a communicational skill, because you have to understand that anything that's a communicational skill is learning fast on the go to talk like I do. Try to talk like I do, and try to speak exactly the words that I say, and that way you're going to understand how I talk, and that way you're going to become how I am. So that way you're going to understand how to learn. Right now, every single day I'm learning how to learn, I'm learning how to be aware, I'm learning how to be more aware than yesterday. I'm learning everything I can possibly, and I understand that no matter what, I'm always reading everything I can, because I just want to stay curious. I just want to be fascinating, as Jim Rohn says. Right now, every single day I want to always understand that there's always a question I want to ask. So when I ask a question, I start with the I first. I make sure you understand that those people who never ask questions, who can do it themselves, are the leaders of the world. Understand? If you have to go ask questions, it's because you want to learn. But those people who already have the answer never have to ask a question. Understand? Because they already understand the answer. If you understand that, that's how you do more. Now, every single day, focus on understanding that those people who never ask the word I, they're the people who never do anything. Now, every single day, you must ask of yourself to use the word I love you, I love you, I. Because that way is the only way you're going to actually do anything very prosperous. So when you're really, really focusing on a better deal for yourself, be doing indoor videos and videos indoors, because sometimes it may rain. I mean, sometimes there's a storm going on, and when there's a storm or something going on, I mean, what you need to do is focus on yourself and focus on making sure that you're away from the storm and go indoors somewhere and just start growing. And then, I mean, just start being around yourself, because it's amazing to travel, but understand that sometimes you need to be indoors, and you need to be indoors for sometimes 23 hours of the day, and just 1 hour of the day you just have to walk somewhere. I mean, understand, because that's how it is. I'm sure that you have to understand that sometimes it's very cold outside, so make sure you have a jacket all the time with you. So have a jacket with you even in summer, because in summer it gets cold as well. I mean, so in summer in Australia, I realize it may be 40 degrees at the daytime, but then it may get to 15 degrees in the nighttime. I mean, in a sense, so either way, you must understand that no matter what, it can get cold. I realize it can get cold in different countries. I realize every single country has a different climate. I mean, because just because summer and winter and spring and autumn is in Australia, I mean, it never means that it's in other countries. I mean, I realize when you're living next to the equator in Africa, I mean, it's always summer over there. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, you must understand that other countries have different weather channels and different types of information products that can help you. But what's amazing is surrounding yourself around more information. And now, if you surround yourself around more information, you're going to be leadering. I mean, you're going to be leadering yourself and a leader of your life to understand every single day. You're going to understand more communicational skills. I mean, you're going to be much more of a sympathetic type of individual in empathy. I mean, so you're never going to be sympathetic, you're going to be empathetic. So every single day, focus on understanding that we're always looking to better our words. But what is sympathetic people? Now, anything that's sympathetic people is anybody who feels sorry for you. So when people feel sorry for you every single day, I mean, focus upon understanding that you have to go and really, really dwell upon what you feel sorry for. I mean, if you dwell upon what you feel sorry for, I mean, go and really better your communicational skills here and start talking to yourself much more positively, so you never have to dwell upon something that you feel sorry for. I mean, in a sense, so never be sympathetic, because what we want to do is make sure that we can get ourselves out from sympathy, because anything that's sympathy is feeling sorry for oneself and crying. And you have to understand that in order for you to go and overcome that situation, you have to talk it out. Right now, every single day, it's more about talking it out today than ever before. Right now, if you focus upon understanding that no matter what, I'm always delivering my content, I'm always delivering something I love to do, I'm making sure every single day I focus upon my life to succeed, because that's the whole point. Or else the whole point is making sure that everybody around me is going to deliver content, because that's what we are. I realize we are content creators. I mean, so if you focus upon content creation daily, I mean, you're going to focus upon a better life. I promise you to just understand every single day that no matter what, that if you understand anything about life, I mean, you must understand that no matter what, that we're going to deliver content in the best regard, so that we understand how to communicate for ourselves, because that's what leadership is. Now, leadership is just communicational skills, and it's the ability to be able to transform oneself into something better. Now, if you understand how to talk over something, it's much more that you realize that something around you may be disturbing your video, for example. But guess what? I mean, just talk over it. I mean, be able to talk over other people's music and other people's language and other people's material and whatever they have, because that way you're never going to be in offense of, let's say, jealous of other people. Because if you're speaking louder than them, why do you have to be jealous of them? I understand, because anybody who's jealous of you is never speaking louder than you. I mean, you understand that? So when I speak more than other people, I mean, other people are much more jealous of me. I mean, so that's how it is today. But now, when I understand that when other people are speaking more than me, then I understand that either way, that what's important is make sure that you deliver your content in a better way. So no matter what, I'm always delivering much more quality. So when I deliver much more quality, I understand that no matter what, that there are people around me and that they do make noise. I mean, in a sense, so when you understand that, I promise you, just focus upon understanding that sometimes you have to go and do your videos regardless of the people around you. So you're focusing on understanding that if other people getting louder, you just then get louder. I mean, in a sense, so that's the whole point of delivering better content. And then when you're focusing on something that you love to do, actually it's the whole point of making sure that every single day that people can hear you in these nice, beautiful videos, and then you're focusing upon understanding that no matter what you're going to do, is you're going to focus on delivering better content for yourself, because that's how you lead. I mean, you lead through leadership. I mean, you're making sure every single day you're focusing on a better life. I mean, you're focusing on yourself. I mean, you're making sure every single day you can deliver that content. I mean, you're making sure every single day that you're going to travel the world and you're going to enjoy your life because you deserve it. I understand every single day that if you focus upon understanding that everything can be heard I understand every single day, it's always make sure that you're much more delivering what you are. I mean, you have to understand every single day, I'm focusing on delivering much more content than ever before, because that's how I lead. I mean, that's how I communicate. I mean, that's how I make sure to deliver something of great quality so that I can go and communicate daily into something greater. So every single day, I'm focusing on something much better than what's going on around me, because I focus on the word I, and then I understand every single day, I'm focusing on a greater way of life like this. So sometimes you're going to find yourself around hostels or motels or around other people where other people are playing music and other people are doing all sorts of stuff around noise around you. So what you do is just talk over it, and then just make sure that you understand to listen back to the video and see how it is really. I mean, really experience the audio and the sounds of others in your videos, so that what you do is you experiment and you also trial and error, so that you understand how to talk and how to really abbreviate something that you love to do. But this is who I am. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, I never want to hide in the rain over there to do my videos. I want to make sure every single day that you focus upon understanding that no matter what you're doing, I mean, you're going to focus upon understanding that if you want to go somewhere to do your videos, I mean, make sure that you understand that you go somewhere where it's more silent for you, and that way you're going to understand that it's much better for you to do so. Because if you want to do this kind of video in a nightclub or a festival where it's very loud over there, I mean, of course, they're just going to go over your video. I mean, in a sense, so what you do is focus upon being in areas or places where you can go and do your videos, where it's much more silence, because that way you're going to focus upon understanding that you're going to do a better job in the process. So when you're understanding every single day my words in this video, every single day I focus upon understanding. I just want to understand every single day to go and focus upon learning and growing much more, because that's what I do. Now when I do something to, let's say, help you grow in daily life, I'm looking for a better, let's say, solution. I'm looking for a better idea. I'm looking for something that's going to help open my doors, and that's the word I. Now, if you just stick the word I, if you just stick to the word I daily, now that's how you communicate, and then that's how you really understand how to communicate much more. But I understand that what's important every single day is focusing on something that you love to do. So when you understand every single day that when it gets louder, I mean, you have to get louder in your videos. It's that simple, isn't it? Now, every single day, focus on understanding. I'm always learning different frequencies and different sounds around me, because I understand that what's important is growing yourself with ideas daily to understand that you deserve something much greater. I mean, you deserve to make sure that no matter what, that you're going to focus upon fascinating people with your communicational skills, because we need to learn how to talk much greater. I mean, we need to learn much quicker about everything. I mean, make sure every single day they understand that no matter what we're going to do is we're going to focus upon different leadership skills and different tactics every single day to focus upon what we need to do, because that's how we grow. Now, every single day we grow through different ways. I mean, making sure every single day that no matter what, that nothing's going to disturb you, because you're going to be a greater individual yourself, and then you're going to make sure that no matter what, you're just delivering your content. So when you're delivering your content, I mean, you're just making sure that nothing's going to disturb you. Now, when you understand that, that means you are never angry, and then that means you're just focusing on your content and you're focusing on something that you love to do, because that's the whole point. I realize the whole point of this life is making sure that we're helping people, because when we're helping people, I realize that's how we build a legacy. I mean, now a legacy is something that helps you right now to understand that no matter what you're doing daily, if you're going to focus upon every single day living your life to the best of your ability, because that's what we do. I mean, every single day we do a better life. I mean, you understand? I mean, every single day we're focusing on making sure that no matter what's around us, that we're going to focus upon loving our life authentically, because anything that's authentic is making sure that they're using the word I, and then we're going to make sure that we're growing, because that's how we actually go and do positivity in the world. So every single day, focus on understanding that if you find yourself around smokers and you find yourself around cigarette smokers or something like that, I mean, just go and change scenarios and go somewhere else, because I understand either way, it's much better. I'm just saying, guys, no matter what, that I'm here at the nice beautiful Aussietell in the Coffs Harbour, so I'm making sure you understand that no matter what, that sometimes what's going to happen is somebody's going to come into the balcony or something where you are, and they're going to start smoking cigarettes around you while you're doing a live coaching video, and then I mean, guess what happens? I mean, just go and leave that person right away, because you never need a smoker in life. I mean, you never need people who are smokers. I mean, understand? So every single day, focus on understanding that I never want you to be around people who are smoking cigarettes around you, because it really can kill you. I mean, understand? I mean, it really, let's say, does go into your lungs, and it can give you cancer. So focus on understanding that no matter what, that you just go away from people who are suffocating you in life. I mean, so cigarette smoke does suffocate you, but the cigarette smokers never really realize that. I mean, understand? I mean, they never realize that cigarettes do suffocate them, because that's how they continue to do so. I mean, they continue to actually go and smoke these cigarettes because they believe it's healthy. I mean, understand? I mean, they believe that it's nothing. I mean, understand? But guess what? I realized that what's amazing is understanding that everything that's nothing is what? I mean, everything that's nothing is I. I mean, I is everything. I mean, focus on understanding that when you're really focusing on doing your content, even around roads and around people who, let's say, are doing something to disturb your video, I mean, make sure you just never disturb yourself. I mean, make sure you understand that you pick up your stuff and go somewhere else, because when it gets too loud in front of you, I mean, make sure you understand eventually you're just going to have to leave, because there's a certain amount of frequency that says, hey, I mean, I have to go now because these people are just too much. I mean, they're too much in terms of sound around me. So I have to focus upon understanding to talk over that. So when other people are, let's say, trying to disturb you and never care about your video and never care about your sounds and what you're doing in your video, and they go vacuuming everything because they're doing it, I mean, they're doing their own job, and this other individual is doing their own job, smoking cigarettes around you, but they never care about your health. I mean, they care about nobody's health, because if you told them that, or else they get very arrogant, understand? Because they never want to learn and grow. I mean, what you do is just leave the scenario and talk over it. I mean, make sure you understand that whatever angers you, it's something that you have to speak over. You have to be able to speak over the anger. So when you're speaking over anger and you're speaking over anything that disturbs you, I mean, you're going to focus on better communicational skills here, and you're going to fill it up with communicational wisdom. And now, when you're understanding that, I mean, make sure you understand that the more you communicate, the less angry. The more you communicate, the less angry you are. So every single day, if you focus upon being around people, I mean, make sure you understand that you're communicating more, because that way you succeed more. I mean, understand? And regardless of how jealous they are, I mean, make sure you never go block them because they're jealous. I mean, understand? I mean, make sure you understand that you just be around people who do love you, but make sure you understand that it's just you that you have to be around. I mean, make sure you understand that those people around you are going to be very jealous, just like they were against Jesus Christ. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, they're going to be against you because you're very sexy and you have the greater muscles. I mean, you have a greater beard and you also have much more money in the pocket, and they're just going to be jealous of you because guess what? I mean, it's nobody's fault but yours. Understand? I mean, you deserve all the success in the world, but guess what? We are going to grow, aren't we? I mean, we're going to care less about them, but we're going to make sure that we're going to grow everybody, and then we're just going to go our separate ways. I mean, I never care about them because I'll go to Spain while they're living in Sydney all their lives. I mean, understand? Because that's what I mean. I mean, you understand? But then, guess what? I still care about them. I just want to understand I want to live alone. I mean, I want to go somewhere else. I never want to be around other people. I understand? Because I understand that when I have to be around other people, it's because I want to make money. I understand? I'm worship now. That's the only time I go around other people. I only go around other people when I want to make money. I never go around other people to do anything else other than maybe make a kid, or in terms of, let's say, make a kid. I can make a kid around other people, or let's say make some money, and that's it. I'm worship now. That's the only reason I go around other people, and that's it. I understand? But everything else is online. I mean, everything else in terms of what I do is online. So I never need to go around other people to do my work. I understand? I never need to go, but I understand that every single day, that if I just go and get myself some real estate, for example, and I have money in my pocket, I make sure every single day I'm focusing on a greater life. So what's important is understanding that if you find yourself in situations where you're growing, I mean, make sure you understand that every single day you're going to understand a greater way of life. So when you're understanding a greater way of life, I mean, we're focusing on different scenarios and different ways of doing. But now, every single day, focus on understanding that over here, in terms of the cars over here, I have cars over here, so I understand it is actually suffocating me. So what I need to do is go somewhere else. I understand all that I must change my scenario once again, because guess what? I mean, over there's somebody working a 9-to-5 job and they're vacuuming the whole place. I mean, I understand because that's a hostel. And either way, you must understand that over there's a road and it's all full of smoke over there, and there's all petrol and there's all freaking, let's say, smoke going on. I mean, understand? And there's also noise going on. So when there's noise going on in your videos, I mean, please get away from people when you're doing your videos. And it's really that simple, because they go, I mean, they start really, let's say, over your video. I mean, they start really never caring about you and your video, and they never care about you because they're vacuuming. I mean, they're vacuuming, man. I mean, what are they teaching you there? I mean, to vacuum your own place. I mean, guess what? I mean, never do that. I mean, never go vacuuming your own place. I mean, get a new place to vacuum. I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that in life, just make sure you never have to vacuum in the first place. I mean, get other people to vacuum. I mean, why do you want to vacuum? I mean, in a sense, so every single day, we're going to focus upon understanding that if you're vacuuming your place, I mean, get other people to do it. I understand? I mean, never do it. I mean, never vacuum anything. I mean, never go invest in a vacuum, please. I mean, never ever go trying to all day long in your freaking house trying to clean all the floors because of your kids or something. I understand? So what you do every single day is focus on understanding to be around people where there is less noise, and understand that those people who are much more silent around life and much more, let's say, silence, in terms of much more silence, are the people you have to be around much more, because they'll give you peace and quiet at least. But other people who are very loud will never give you peace and quiet. I mean, so what you need to do is get around people who are much more peaceful and quiet, because they are the people who are much more, they are the people who are much more smarter. So if you focus on understanding to go to the areas where it's much more peaceful and smarter to be in, where it's much more quieter for you to do your work, I mean, it's much more better for you to do that. So you can see in my videos over here that I have to change scenarios. I have to change from that person over there because he's smoking cigarettes. But there's also music, there's music and a radio playing over there. And guess what? I understand every single day I have to adapt quickly, don't I? So I understand either way I talk over it, but then eventually it just gets too much for me to be able to be around these people. And then I just have to go away. I have to go away from them eventually. I mean, in a sense, so as soon as you hear sounds and you hear music or radio around your video, I mean, never do a video where there's a music radio playing there. I mean, just that simple. I mean, never ever go do a video of life coaching around smokers and drug addicts, because guess what? I mean, they're just very loud. I mean, they're very loud in silence too, because they'll smoke up the place. I mean, they'll put all cigarettes around you. I mean, so guess what? I mean, you never need that either. I mean, make sure you understand that you never ever live with a smoker, and never marry a smoker, please, because the first thing they want to do in the morning is get a cigarette and coffee rather than kissing you. I mean, that's how arrogant they are. I mean, so never ever get a smoker for a man or woman in your life, because they just want some coffee and cigarettes before they even kiss you. I mean, so every single day, focus on understanding that no matter what, that we're going to focus on understanding that, and we're going to understand that's arrogance and that's ego. I mean, so every single day, if you go and really see poor habits, I mean, understand poor habits is something that really hurts you. So if you go around people who are trying to disturb your video in terms of noise, I mean, make sure that you understand it's because of you, and it's never because of other people. Understand? I mean, it's never because of them. I mean, they're just doing their job. I mean, why did you find yourself in that situation? I mean, why did you go there in the first place? I mean, learn from it and get away from them as soon as possible. So never go around roads when you're doing your videos. I mean, stand around sometimes. I mean, I have to stand around sometimes to be able to do my videos. So no matter what, I understand every single day that what's important is make sure that no matter what, that you understand I'm making an effort here to make sure that everybody around me is going to be much more positive. So every single day, focus on understanding that we're always going to make sure that no matter what we're doing is keep your nice beautiful selfie stick very still. If you have a microphone on top with a nice beautiful, let's say, elastic band. But I understand either way that what's amazing is I apologize for my I apologize for my previous video where I said that I was going to post something and I never did. But I understand I did post it even prior to that. Right now, every single day, I focus on understanding that no matter what, I always apologize when I have to, but I make sure you understand that no matter what, that I'm always delivering content much greater. So when I deliver content much greater, I'm focusing on better opinions, and I'm focusing on making sure I have better ideas. So when I go to have better ideas in planets, in terms of my planet, or else when I have better ideas in my planet and all the planets that I live in, I live in the word I only, and that's my only planet. Now, every single day I'm focusing on understanding that there's so much more to do every single day to focus upon a greater life. So anything that you need to do daily is making sure that you have to go and build your legacy. I mean, what am I doing here? I'm building my legacy. I mean, I'm making sure that I'm prospering, I'm growing my business over here. I have to be making sure I'm doing these videos every single day, because I'd rather do this than go around 9 to 5 work. I mean, I'd rather do this and then eventually make money in front of people and also do public speaking in front of people than doing anything else. I understand. So every single day, I'm making sure every single day that no matter what, that I'm also doing music production in front of people. So I'm doing that as a side hustle, where I can go and do some music production as well, because that's my schedule as well. So no matter what, I understand that no matter what, every single day, I'm focusing on understanding that you never need other people to do your work. I mean, you just need yourself to do your work and get some internet, and that's it. I mean, so every single day, focus on understanding that the 9 to 5 job is never going to make you a millionaire. I mean, the 9 to 5 job will never make you a millionaire on its own. I mean, you must understand to use the 9 to 5 job to get the money to chuck it into your business to make some money. Now, how do you make money from a 9 to 5 job? I mean, first, get some skills. I mean, first, be able to go and communicate much greater. I mean, first, go and do all the free work you can behind the scenes and do some nice, beautiful side hustles where you can go and really start your YouTube channel and start something of a social media influency, where you can go and really develop that nice beautiful leadership skill first. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make money at the 9-to-5 job. I mean, we're going to make money, but we're going to have that money in our pockets. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we can travel with that money, and also try to actually delay the 9-to-5 as much as you can with that money. So what you do is, if you have money in your pocket, for example, I mean, let's say you have money in your pocket. I mean, let's say you have 50 grand. I mean, 50 grand can last you 3 years without the 9-to-5 job. I mean, in a sense, so what you do is take off 3 years off the 9-to-5 job with that money, and go and really live on that money only. I mean, go and live with that money only. I mean, you have $50,000. I mean, live with $50,000 as much as you can without the 9-to-5 job, is what I'm saying. Unfortunately, now what you do from that point is start a YouTube channel, and start a social media right now, and start doing something around business work in terms of writing more materials and talking more on camera. And then what you do within that 3 years or 2 years or 3 years or 1 year that you're really, let's say, using that money to stay away from the 9-to-5 job, is go and do some busking performances and be a public speaker right now, and start doing some busking performances for free, and start doing content for free like this, and start really developing the skill to be a leader. I mean, so what you do by the time you reach 3 years, I mean, go to a 9-to-5 job again and get the money again. I mean, so what you do there, what you do from that point in terms of there and in that point, is making sure that we're always living in the moments, and we're making sure that we're present. We're making sure they understand that from this point you have a better career, because 3 years of work on yourself is going to really develop you to be able to get out of the 9-to-5 job even more. So if you go and really delay the 9-to-5 job even more, I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day get some money and delay the 9-to-5 job while you're doing a side hustle business like this, for example. And then what we're going to do is we're going to understand that if you go and see my social media, for example, my Instagram and YouTube account and my Mega Drive, I mean, go and check it out and really go and really just read all that I have in my nice beautiful profiles. And then every single day you're going to understand how to really delay the 9-to-5 job while doing what I do. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is make sure they understand I delay the 9-to-5 job as much as I can while I use the government's money. And then while I use the government's money, I make sure every single day that I have more enough money to be able to travel the world. And then I also make sure every single day that I'm also getting much more money to go and throw it into my business seminars. So when I make nice, beautiful, let's say, products of information online, I make sure you understand that my information is the product. I'm the face, I'm the brand. So when I go and really, let's say, make a nice, beautiful event at the casino, I have to be promoting that for 1 month, but I give them $500 to book the room for 8 hours or whatever. But I mean, guess what? I mean, I make that back in 10 sales tickets. And guess what? I mean, at my event, I get 200 people. I mean, at my event, I get 200 people to come down, and it's because I've been promoting there for 1 month, but I gave $500, but I made 20,000. I mean, just saying, I made 20,000 in 8 hours. So no matter what, I actually go and take that money to the bank, and they tax 60% of it. But then I make, in 8 hours, I make per hour, I make $1,000 per hour. I mean, so no matter what, you must understand that's how it is. I mean, so that's how simple. So either way, make sure no matter what, in $8,000 per 8 hours of work. I mean, so no matter what, I mean, it's very quick, because at the nice, beautiful 9-to-5 jobs, per 8 hours, they give you $200. I mean, so no matter what, you must understand, no matter what, every single day, focus on understanding that it's much more about delaying the 9-to-5 job today than it is working a 9-to-5 job. So if you have money right now sitting somewhere in your bank account, I mean, make sure you delay the 9-to-5 job with that money, because it's the best deal that you can do. I mean, so what you do every single day is focus on understanding that I never need people other than I to do my work. I can do my work online like this. So if I have real estate, I mean, I have real estate, I have, let's say, the money, I never have to do public speaking seminars around the world anymore. I mean, because guess what? I mean, I'm already doing everything online already, and I never need to do public speaking seminars around you. I understand, because I already have my money. I already have the money. I have the real estate. I have all the money in the world. I mean, what are you going to give me anyway? I mean, you have nothing to give me. I just want to go around traveling the world then. I understand? I mean, that's it. I mean, I already have the legacy. I have the fame already. I mean, I have all the money. I mean, guess what? I mean, your money never even counts for me anymore when I have all the money anyway. I mean, what? I mean, your $200 is never going to help me, because I already have $200. I mean, so what I do is I make sure to get all the money first. I get all the money, and guess what? I mean, from that point, I'm free. I never have to do a public speaking seminar around the world anymore. I just go around traveling, and I do my music production everywhere online, and that's it. I just enjoy my life. I mean, I never have to be in front of you and in front of people public speaking. I mean, so what's important is understanding that I can always do my work online regardless of you, because I'm still traveling the world. I'd rather go travel the world everywhere and see the world everywhere while doing my work, because it's the new way. I mean, that's the new way to do life, because eventually public speaking seminars in front of people and live music events in front of people is going to pass away. I mean, So what happens is eventually go and travel the world much more freely and be a free agent to just go and travel the world. I'm saying, and you have all the money and you have your kids and family with you. That's more enough for you. I'm saying, it's more than enough for you. You never even have to create events anymore. You never even have to create events anymore when you have all the money. Just go and really, really enjoy your life. Go enjoy Spain. Go in Barcelona. Go everywhere around the world and just enjoy that. Understand? You never need to be in front of people to public speak, because guess what? You can do it online today. But you have the money already. How are you funding the business of money? You're getting it from people first. You make some make some live events first in front of people and get the money to get some real estate, and then build. Just keep doing that for a bit, and then eventually you have all that money for yourself. And then what you're going to do is you're going to really, really prosper with that money. And then guess what? Never again do you have to go and create events anymore. Never again do you have to go and create events. Now you can go and just enjoy your life with your family. So every single day, I promise you, that's what it's all about. Now, if you're going to really focus upon understanding that every single day that we're going to lead people and we're going to really, really be great, and we're going to understand every single day we're going to communicate and do something much more. Make sure you understand that 9 to 5 jobs are never going to really, really help you to get all the money you want. So what's going to help you is the communicational skills you have. So if you have greater communicational skills and you're able to really communicate your language, guess what? That's the whole point of living life. So it's really, really the attitude. It's really the attitude and the action that you bring to the table. So if I go and understand what's language and action and communicational skills to me is, let's say, 1,000 hours of YouTube work where you can go and communicate 1,000 hours on YouTube about something that you love to do, and then guess what? From that point, you have a greater work ethic to be able to go and do that 1 hour progress every single day. So if you're going and really, really doing something that you love to do daily, you're going to focus upon having a greater passion for yourself. So when you have a greater passion for yourself, you're going to focus on greater communicational skills, because that's how you grow. You grow through better communicational skills. Make sure you understand that you never follow the 9 to 5 jobs. Follow your work and people's work of around the planet who are really, really, let's say, benefiting people through information. So when you understand my information, for example, I look at people's information and then I go and deliver that. I go and deliver the information of people. So when I go and really, really understand that when you share some information from me, I'll go and share that information with other people. Do you understand? So that's it. That's what I do. I'm an information provider. I'm an information trader. I'm a trader of information. So every single day I'm a life coach, but a life coach is an information processor. So I'm actually a computer. I'm a computer who is running actually in terms of my words, which is just my I. I realize everything is my word I. So I'm saying everything in this life is the word I only. So I focus on understanding that means I only. So every single day I focus on understanding that I have to better my communicational skills, but I'm focusing on understanding that today is the newest way to understand that no matter what, that if you want to go around people, I realize if you want to go around people and you want to pump that nice beautiful music in front of people and you want to be able to public speak in front of people, you can do it. Guess what? Since you already have the ability, that's something extra that you can do. It's something extra that you can do. So why not do it? So every single day, focus on understanding that you never have to do it. You never have to go in front of people to do anything. But make sure you understand that first. If you want to make the money quickly, the 9 to 5 way is never the way to make money quickly. The best way to make money quickly is communicational skills and being able to quickly increase those skills so that you can go and do live performances in front of people, and then you charge people at the door to see you, and then that's how you make money. That's how you make money. And then that's just the business aspect. So when I charge, let's say 50,000 people to come to my festival to see me, I make money from that. I make maybe $5 million, but that $5 million goes into real estate from that point. Understand? Whereas now I pump the nice beautiful money that I make from my business that goes into real estate. Understand? So from real estate, I get the actual cash flow I need. So from real estate, the real estate business is a steady business that's just appreciation. So what's appreciation in actual real estate? So anything that's appreciation in life, that's real estate or in life, is something that's going uphill, and it's always going to give you cash flow. Something that's cash flow is something that you made from business first. So how do you really, really make money from real estate today? Either find people who are investors who can invest in your business with you, and then you can split 50-50 on the nice, beautiful real estate, or go and make the money yourself through business first, and then dump the money from your business that you make from people at live events that you make into real estate. Now, that's the only way that you can make money on real estate and also in life. Now, everything else is 9 to 5 job, and the 9 to 5 job makes you just, let's say, get by. Understand? So anybody who's on government handouts, you must understand that anybody who lives on government handouts all their life is only going to get by. I mean, they're only ever getting by. But what happens with government handouts is people who are government handouts right now. I mean, people who are doing the government handouts and receiving money from the government. I mean, they are in a better position than the people who are 9 to 5 work. Understand? I mean, people who are doing government handouts today are in a better position than those people who are in a 9 to 5 job. I mean, do you understand that? Because why? I mean, because you are never working a 9 to 5 job, but you have all this free time. I mean, you have all this free time to be able to go around the world and travel and do whatever you want. I mean, you must understand that, for example, every single day, like me, in terms of my word I, I'm making sure every single day I focus upon growth. So I'm focusing on something that I deliver. I deliver great quality of information daily, and then I focus upon understanding to give that to the people. And regardless of if you want to watch me or not, I mean, guess what? I'm more successful than you, so I'm focusing on understanding to just keep going. Because regardless of how many people want to follow me, I'm just following myself in terms of my word I, and I have Jesus following me. I never need you to follow me. I never need you guys to follow me because I already have Jesus following me already. So every single day focusing on understanding that I have my word I completely. I promise you, I have my word I never need anybody else to follow me or anything. I have my word I already. So I focus upon understanding that no matter what, I'm going to go and really deliver much more quality of information, but go really do your videos where it's really silent for you to do so. I mean, every single day focus on understanding that if you go and really perform in front of people to do something that you really love to do, I mean, go and focus on understanding every single day you're going to really boost the nice, beautiful quality of your life. And then we're going to give that nice, beautiful information every single day so that people can be much more in integrity and making sure that we're updating people every single day about how to do business and how to make sure that we're going to be in front of people, to make sure that we're going to be serious in front of people while we're actually doing a business seminar, but we're going to be light in terms of, let's say, we're going to have a jolly effect, and we're going to be making sure that we're happier while we're talking to people, while making sure that we're never getting angrier. We're making sure that we're getting happier throughout the process of being in front of people and without people. Understand? Whatever happens is be with yourself the most and understand every single day that you are people, but you are yourself. You are never other people. You are yourself. Understand? So every single day, focus on Jesus Christ and the 10 Commandments of life, and understand that every single 10 Commandments starts with the word I. Understand, you must start your life with the word I, and then you must also end with the word I. Now, every single day, focus on understanding that when I'm going to deliver this nice, beautiful information, I can now go and stand anywhere I can stand anywhere around the world doing this nice, beautiful information, because what's important every single day is focusing on a better life. So when you're focusing on a better life, you're focusing on better communicational skills with people, because that's going to lead you. That's going to make sure every single day that you can go and really deliver something of greater quality for yourself, where you can go and understand that you can go anywhere around the world and go and really stand around for 1 hour in the park, or maybe you want to go around somewhere where there's somewhere where there's no sound, and go where the silence is while you're doing your videos, and stand around for 1 hour and do your videos. So it's very simple to go and be able to do your videos now every single day, or go indoors somewhere where it's silent and make sure you follow the silent road regardless. So be around silent people. Be around silent animals. Be around everything that's silent, because that way you're going to have much more peace and quiet. Now, every single day, if you have much more silence in your life, you're going to have much more bliss and peace in your life. It's that simple. But if you're around loud places all the time, that never ever gives you any rest. I was recently at Port Macquarie, and this individual was snoring all night, and I had no rest from that person. I was unable to rest at all. So what did I do? I went 48 hours without sleep. Because one individual was never giving me rest. Understand? Guess what? I went to the service desk. I said, hey, I have never slept for 48 hours because of that man. Understand? Guess what? Every single day, I understand I just really had to speak up, and I say, hey, I want to change my room, please. I want to sleep now. Understand? But guess what I've done in that 48 hours of time? It became a blessing. Do you understand? Because when other people never, let's say, help you sleep, and they never want you to sleep, or let's say they're so loud that they never care about your sleep and your sleep process and who you are, what you do is you make it work for you. So what did I do from that point? That guy was never letting me sleep because of his snoring. Understand? Because he was, let's say, doing a lot of alcohol and drugs and all that, because anybody who's doing a lot of alcohol and drugs today is somebody who's very snoring, and is also sleep apnea, and they also really, let's say, are causing themselves a heart attack. But anybody who's causing themselves a heart attack is also somebody who has blood clots in their life. So anything that's a blood clot, so anything that, let's say, your veins are pumping blood, but the blood clot is really preventing the blood from going through. So that's a sign of cardiovascular disease and also heart attack. So focus on understanding that anybody who's doing drugs today, or let's say getting more obese, are also much more like snorers. They start snoring much more. So I understand that if you want to quiet down your snoring today, I mean, make sure you understand that if you want to get rid of sleep apnea, I mean, go sober and stop doing the drugs, and also start to really get healthier with your weight class. I mean, in a sense, so instead of being 500 kilos, get to 70 kilos, for example. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, be a healthier weight class. I mean, every single day, use numbers to your advantage, but what numbers really do for yourself in terms of financial inputs is making sure that you understand that whatever you want to do throughout life is make sure that where you invest your money, you write it down as quickly as possible, and every single day, count your money for the fortnight. I mean, go and let's say you have $500. I mean, go 500 divided by 14. I mean, what's that number? And then let's say, what's the accommodation price? I mean, how much is accommodation? So let's say you have $60 a day from that 500 for the next 40 days. I mean, but then let's say the nice beautiful accommodation is $30. So let's just half that money to $30. You have $30 a day with accommodation. I mean, you only have $30 a day, but you have got accommodation already done. I mean, but guess what? I mean, what else do you need to do from that point? I mean, because information processes and everything that you need every single day is focusing on the greater life. So how much do you need for food and drink every single day? So I need at least, let's say, around $10 of food. I mean, so no matter what, I go $30 minus $10. I have $20 a day for the next 40 days. I mean, so no matter what, I understand I have $20 to really give and invest somewhere. So I still have to get myself clothing. I still have to go and travel with public transport places, and that's it. I can go to a nice beautiful festival for free here and there, and I go the freeway. I go to free festivals. I go to the free public transport. I use a concession card. I use a pension card. I use whatever I can to make sure that I can go and travel for free. I go, for example, I travel 4 hours. I travel 4 hours to Brisbane because I'll get a deal to travel to Mackay, Queensland for, let's say, I'll go give $120 at Brisbane Airport to get to Mackay, Queensland, instead of Coffs Harbour, where it's $500 to get to Mackay by airport. Understand? So it's much more of a better deal that I give $8 to get to Brisbane, and I travel 4 hours by bus and train to get to Brisbane, to give $120 to get to the plane to go to Mackay, which is 8 hours away, or let's say, which is 1 hour by flight, by rather going, let's say, by bus or train or the airport way or the plane way from Coffs Harbour to Mackay. I understand, because why? I mean, because I save already $350 like that. I save $350 just by moving to Brisbane. Understand? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that it's just that kind of way where you have to understand that if you're traveling, you have to look for better prices. I mean, what is a better price for you is something that's more affordable, and it's also in a more affordable time for you, and it's making sure that you have to adjust. I mean, you have to adjust your time length. I mean, you have to be able to adjust how you're really going about life daily. So if you're walking faster throughout life and you're talking faster throughout life, I mean, you're going to understand you're really learning faster as well. I mean, what's important for you daily is focusing on understanding that you need to go and deliver every single day greater quality videos, and you have to understand every single day, get away from the music of other people and start making your own music. Understand? I mean, start making sure they understand that you never need other people unless you need them. Understand? I mean, why do you need other people? I mean, you either need them to give you some money, or you either need them to, let's say, have a kid. I mean, what else do you need them for? I mean, in a sense, either way, you must understand that you never need other people. I mean, it's either to make some money or it's either to make a kid. I mean, what else do you need them for? I mean, guess what? I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, in a sense, so you never need them to have a company. I mean, you never need them to have your company, and you never need them to have company with. Understand? I mean, that's how it is. I mean, guess what? I mean, if you understand that you never need money in this world, and you also never need, let's say, the nice, beautiful kid, and yeah, I mean, then guess what? I mean, then you understand Jesus Christ. I mean, what does Jesus Christ then do? I mean, Jesus Christ just goes alone somewhere, doesn't he? I mean, what does Jesus Christ, although understands every single day that you have to go in front of people to teach? I mean, that's why Jesus Christ says it's much more important to go in front of people to teach them now. Understand? Because that's what Jesus Christ needs to do. Understand? So every single day, go in front of people to teach them. But now, since we have a nice, beautiful internet, I mean, what does Jesus Christ do now? I mean, Jesus Christ never wants to even go around people anymore. I mean, Jesus Christ never even has a purpose for people anymore, other than making sure that he's teaching online to boost his legacy now. I mean, in a sense, so Jesus Christ today, I'm pretty sure if Jesus Christ came here today again in physical format, I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ never ever goes around disciples, and Jesus Christ never ever again goes around people to teach them in front of them. Understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, yes, but what's amazing is understand that eventually Jesus Christ has to teach somebody something around Jesus Christ, but Jesus Christ never goes making events around people. I promise you, no. I promise you, Jesus Christ make events around people online. Understand? I mean, Jesus Christ goes online to teach the Bible of Jesus Christ now. That's it. You understand? Now Jesus Christ says, "Hey, I can live in this world in the skies, mate." You guys never even understand Jesus Christ in the skies. Understand? Because now I can just go online, and I never have to go in front of people to give them live seminars and to die on the cross anymore. Understand? Now I can really just enjoy my life online, and I can just travel the world. But also I understand that I have to get the money. I understand every single day I have to get the money. I have to get some money in cash flow, and then I understand I can enjoy my life regardless. I can always do my work online, and it's really fast and quick to be able to become popular and to be able to become a star very quickly. And how you do that? Make sure you give more information about what you do. How does anybody become a star? Because they're giving more information. Whereas because they're giving more information, I understand every single day they're understanding how to really talk. Now, when you understand how to talk, you have to come back to the I in order for you to do so. So every single day, we're going to learn every single day some new tactics and new skills to be able to go and really boost we're going to boost our quality of life every single day to focus upon understanding that whatever you want, you can achieve as long as you understand your word I. Now, every single day, focus on understanding that's what people want. You have to be able to be leading people into the word I daily, because that's the only actual definition of life. Now, anything that's really the word I today is success. Now, every single day, we're focusing on understanding that you have to know the word I only. Now, that's how I grow. Every single day I grow. I plan my nice beautiful video in life. I make sure every single day I'm planning my nice beautiful day in my video, and then I understand every single day I'm always focusing on something greater, because there's always something greater in this life, and that's why Jesus says I'm not from this world. Understand? Because I'm from a greater world as well. Every single day focus on understanding that since you're never from this world, you must better this world. You must be going somewhere greater all the time, because Jesus Christ is always going somewhere greater than this life. So every single day, be someone who's always going somewhere greater than this life, because that way you're going to do something greater than this whole life. So make sure you're accomplishing your goals and dreams every single day, to focus on being much more than yesterday, and you're focusing on motivating people in a different way that you've never done before, because what you need to do every single day is you need to focus upon understanding the people, and then understand to go and listen to them and understand how to help them. And now I understand every single day that if you go and listen to people much more, you're going to understand yourself much more to go and teach them. You have to be reading from people to be able to teach them. So every single day, focus on reading from Jesus Christ the most, and then focus on understanding that is why you're going to read. That's why you're going to read from everything possible, because everything that's really reading today is always growing. So make sure you understand that every single day I'm growing. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm going to be doing YouTube videos for the rest of my life, and that way I'm going to go and enjoy my life. I'm going to be making sure that no matter what, that nobody is going to stop me. Nothing's going to stop me, because I remember the individual I was. I remember how I was when I had $20 in my pocket every single day only. I remember how I was when I was unable to travel. I remember how I was when I had no car and when I was homeless 4 times. I understand how I was when I was a drug addict and when I was 113 kilos, and now I'm 70 kilos. I'm around 70 kilos now, so every single day I understand how it is to be around fake people who never want to help you. I understand how it is to be around people who rather have money over you. I understand every single day that I've really done this nice beautiful life in a greater way now, because I understand now I'm learning quickly. I'm making sure I'm around better people. I'm making sure every single day I have better resources. I'm making sure every single day I show up every single day on YouTube, and I start doing these nice beautiful live coaching sessions. Because I understand every single day you deserve it. Now, because you deserve it, I deserve success from it. Now, you have to still do it. Every single day you have to do what I say. You have to do what I say, because that way I'm doing what I say. I'm doing what I say, so why do you never do what I say? Because every single day you must do what Jesus Christ says as well. You must say, when Jesus Christ says, "I shall never kill," you must do that too. Jesus Christ is telling you to do that. Because guess what? You never have to, but guess what? If you say, "I shall never kill," I then trust you much more. But if you go and say that you're killing people today, I stay away from you then. So that's why I trust Jesus Christ, because he never kills people, so I just go and do what he says. So every single day, you have to focus on understanding the 10 Commandments and listen to that. So when you're listening to that, you're doing what they say. Understand? You're really doing what Jesus Christ says in this moment. And then if you just follow the 10 Commandments, that's the basic of life. That's how you live life to the fullest. Understand? Every single day, focus upon understanding that your father and your mother is you. If you respect thy father and mother, it's really respecting yourself. Understand that you're your biggest mama and you're your biggest tata and baka and deda. I mean, saying you are everything in your life. I mean, make sure every single day you are your own cousin and you're your own family member and you are your own best friend. I mean, since every single day, focus on understanding the truth is within you. Now, if you understand how to go to the word I only, now that's the whole truth. The whole truth is making sure that you're set free, and then you're going to receive and you're going to give information for free. And then go and really, really find the people or anybody that you ever need in life who's going to give you something for free. I mean, saying so every single day that if you go for free, I mean, understand that's the best way. Now, expect the freedom of life. Now, if you expect freedom in your life, now then go and do what's for free in life. Now, if you just understand every single day that you're going to focus on doing free information products, and then eventually you're going to make money from the 9-to-5 job, and then you're going to throw it into your business to do live events in front of people. But first, get the skills. I have to go and build up my music skills still. I have to go and learn some more music today than ever before to be able to get up in front of people still. I mean, do I feel confident in getting in front of people right now in terms of my music production? No. I still need a couple of years to be able to go and do some music production, and then eventually I get in front of people and I start doing music production, you understand? And I start DJing in front of people and in festivals. I mean, same because I can do it. I can do it because I've been doing music production for 6 years now. I mean, since no matter what, I may as well keep going. I mean, since no matter what, I mean, just give me another 4 years. And then that way I understand no matter what, I am really, really prospering really quickly, because now I can make melodies. I mean, now I can transcribe melodies. I mean, now I can use FL Studio much better than yesterday. I mean, now I can also do live coaching in a nice, beautiful fashion that those music producers are only doing music production and traveling the world doing music, while I'm doing live coaching and music together. And I'm doing what they are doing, but I'm doing even more than them. You understand? I mean, how am I doing more than the music producers of this planet, like David Guetta and Armin van Buuren and Deadmau5? I mean, they're very famous, aren't they? But they're very famous in music only. I mean, you understand? I mean, that's it. I mean, that's how they're famous. But I'm famous in life coaching as well. And also I'm a public speaker who's a self-development type of guru who'll teach you life in Jesus Christ, and I'll teach you every aspect of the book of life. I mean, because I'm a life coach, baby. I mean, because I also teach you how to do music as well. I mean, I teach more music production than they do. I mean, I teach you more music production than they do, because that's how you succeed. I mean, make sure you understand that if you want to be the best music producer or the best anything in life, I mean, you have to go and do much more than them. I mean, you have to do much more than them, and that's it. I mean, otherwise, if you're wasting time, guess what? Then you understand that your life is never worth it. Understand? Now, every single day, never waste time, but make sure you understand your life is always worth it. Understand? I mean, your life is always worth it if you make it worth it. I mean, you have to be saying that. I mean, you have to be saying that your life is worth it. I mean, make sure every single day you're going to be really, really on the go. I mean, you're going to be making sure you have to be alone. I mean, I have to be alone for decades. I mean, no matter what, I have to still be alone, but I have to go and travel the world. I have to go and experience life. I have to make sure that as soon as you go and really do something and you say something and you leave your parents' house for the first time and you never come back to that position ever again, actually that's the best scenario. The best scenario is never come back. I mean, never go backwards. I mean, make sure you're going forwards with your habits and who you are. So I understand that my veganism and sobriety is staying strong for 3 years now and more. So every single day I'm focusing on understanding that I'm never going back to illegal drugs, and it's been over 7 years now. It's been over 7 years since I've done illegal drugs, and guess what? I mean, every single day I'm focusing on a better image of myself, while everybody else has a worse image. Understand? But people who are actually poor attitudes are going to get around you and they're going to say that they are better than you. I mean, they're going to say that they are better than you because they have a poor attitude. I mean, they're liars and cheats. I mean, understand? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that other people, for example, some women or other people, for example, love other people more than you. I mean, but guess what? I mean, you have to love everybody equally. And now, if they're doing worse than yesterday, it's because they're lying to you that somebody like a drug addict is more important than you. I mean, understand? I mean, why? I mean, why is a drug addict more important than you? I mean, I'm sober, but they're calling drug addicts more important than me, who is sober. I'm never a drug addict. I mean, why are they saying that other people are much more important than sober people? I mean, why? I mean, sober people are much more important than drug addicts. I mean, understand? Because sober people are somebody who are going to lead you much more than a drug addict ever will. I mean, was Jesus Christ a drug addict? Of course, no. So they're liars and cheats, aren't they? I mean, they're hypocrites. I mean, they're drug addicts themselves. I mean, they're lying too much. I mean, so every single day, focus on understanding to never be around lying people. I mean, guess what? I mean, I met a woman and we went to a nightclub, and guess what? I mean, this gentleman that's with her is cheating on her behind the back, and I just was quiet about that. I mean, understand? So every single day, you must understand that in that situation, you have to speak up to her. You have to send I mean, guess what? I mean, you have to tell the truth anyway. But what you do is realize that because I realized because I did stay quiet, I realized now, either way, she was very angry at me, Now, every single day, I realize that's never my business. I mean, you understand, but my business is telling the truth. So if I want to speak up in that situation, I want to say, hey, I mean, he just went to kiss another girl in front of your face. I mean, I'm telling the truth. I mean, although, guess what? I mean, I just was showing up over here and understanding every single day that she went believing some lies over me. I understand? Because why? I never spoke up. I never did spoke up. I never did speak up in that situation. So what I need to do is I spoke up in a different way. I spoke up in a different way, and I just left the crowd, didn't I? I left the crowd, or I left her, and either way, that's her business. Understand? I mean, that's her business. I mean, she has to figure it out. Understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day, I never want to hurt anybody. Understand? Although the truth does hurt people, but never. I mean, guess what? I mean, truth never hurts people. Understand? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that if somebody's cheating on your wife, or let's say on your friends, I mean, go and tell them. I mean, say, hey, I mean, this guy's cheating on you. I mean, I just went in, I seen him over here. I mean, go and check it out. Understand? I mean, yes. I mean, guess what? I mean, that's how you break relationships with other people, but it's also how you stay honest. I mean, in a sense, so would you rather break a relationship and never be with their friends? I mean, never be friends with them, but tell the truth? Or would you rather lie, but stay friends with fake people? I mean, what would you rather do? I mean, would you rather be honest with fake people, or would you rather lie to fake people? I'd rather be honest with fake people. I'd rather be just honest overall, and realize that if they never want to accept me because I'm honest, I mean, I just leave the crowd regardless. So regardless of what happens, I understand that I just went away, because either way, I understand that every single day, speak up all the time and make sure that no matter what, that you realize that she believes a liar over me. I mean, she went for somebody who's a liar over me. So either way, I understand that no matter what, that the truth always comes out. I understand, so no matter what, somebody else will go up to her and say, hey, this guy's cheating on you. I understand, so no matter what, I realize that the truth does come out all the time. So if you're cheating on your wife, and if you're cheating on your husband, or girlfriend, or boyfriend, or kids, or whatever, I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day, the truth comes out. Understand? I mean, understand that. I mean, understand that somebody's going to say something about you. Understand? So what you need to do is have the best reputation. So over 60 years, you can be building your reputation and having the word I, and having this great lifestyle, and then suddenly you can go back on the word I and never use the word I again. And guess what? I mean, suddenly everything goes nuts, and suddenly you die very quickly, and then suddenly you lose your reputation really quickly in an instant. I mean, 60 years of great fame turns into bullshit. Understand? I mean, hypocrites never ever make it in this life. I mean, anybody that makes it in this life is a truthful seeker, apparently seeking the truth all the time. I mean, the seeker of the truth is somebody who's really, really trying to be much more faithful, and they're trying to understand much more. So if you understand much more about life, and you really, really put yourself in situations where you can grow every single day, you're going to focus upon understanding that every single day we're going to do our work standing up, and also sitting down, and also laying down. And guess what? I mean, every single day we're going to understand that sleeping is also our work. I mean, sleeping and being awake is work. So every single day, focus on working much more productive and live your life to the greatest ability you can, because that way we're going to grow as human beings, and we're going to understand a greater way of life.